Hello everyone, Agent X007 here. Now I want to show you guys what I discovered when I was overclocking this QX6850 on my new motherboard. Now this is Gigabyte's EP45-UD3P lineup board, and it's really nice board. It's got some awesome features and it's got one small problem with this CPU. Now let's start this Intel burn test. It's Prime 95 Linux type of CPU test. Now what I'm doing is I'm showing you the amps on the 8-pin that goes into 8-pin right here. This value times 12 equals what VRM takes from PSU 12 volt rail. Now VRM decreases the voltage to whatever I want to CPU to have, and in this case we have 1.344 volts on our QX6850. Now this is of course value that's not what is set in BIOS. In BIOS I have 1.375. However, VDRU, nothing you can do about it. I have enabled load line calibration, LLC, so the voltage is stable at load. As you can see, it didn't move an inch since I started the test. 1.344, awesome, great VRM. That's how it should work. And as you can see, the value for the amps go up and down all the time. Now temperatures, as you can see, are fine. We have 73 degrees on the CPU, and on the cores themselves 68, 69, 70 sometimes. It's fine in general. Nothing to worry about. Here's the HW info page. This is temperature of the CPU, 71 degrees. Again, absolutely fine. This is my memory voltage. This is CPU voltage. All the lines, you can compare these values with these values, no problem. And this is the CPU current and the CPU power usage. In theory, again, this is based on the motherboard's motherboard sensors. Basically, this current at 12 volts goes to this voltage and this current right here, which gives us the power needed for CPU at present time. Everything is fine, as you can see. Nothing is hanging or blue screening or anything like that. Seems stable again. Test runs 7 out of 10 passes right now. All phases are working. This is this 6 cylinders in here. Well, what else can I say? Everything is fine. Nothing is out of ordinary. However, this board is at its limits right now, and I will show you just in a second why and what happens when you go over the limit. The fans I'm using, and what you probably can hear from the start, are the Delta fans. I have 12 centimeters, 25 millimeters wide, or thick I should say, and they pump a lot of air because this CPU is really freaking crazy on the power usage side. Now our test is finished, it's success, everything is stable, congratulations, thank you. Now I will increase the VCore a bit, so no, 1.41 volts, so this is increase of 0.04 volts, 40 millivolts, 40 millivolts increase. Set. And as you guys can see, our voltage went to 1.4, a bit less than 1.4 in our CPU Z. Now what will happen when we start our test again? Now observe the amp meter here. $19.25, and here it goes. Yep, dead in its track. This is what happens when VRM is overloaded, basically. CPU is fine, as you can see, nothing bad happened. Board is working fine again. And let's go quickly to PC health status. Yeah, fine temperatures, 39°C. This is almost nothing. 43 on the CPU, 46. Everything is fine. However, it just shut itself down. Oh, sorry. This is my setup. Amp meter right here, clamp meter I should say, 8-pin. This is VRM cooling that I'm using, a standard heatsink, nothing fancy about that. I didn't change anything, simply added the fan for cooling. This is my Alpha Cool Ice Bear 240mm radiator and AIO cooling I'm using for the CPU. Under it we have my Delta fan, one of them. The other two are on the AIO right here. And this is the second heatsink for the VRM. This fan blows air directly on it, and what is left goes to the top one, and it also blows around the RAM so that it isn't at fault for this shutdown. Those are LEDs that show how many phases there are running currently. Pretty nice feature, I should say. I like it a lot. However, it didn't help at all in this case. Now my settings for this system right now, in the BIOS this time, I will show you. 3.6 GHz for 450 MHz FSB. Volts are really not in the dangerous zone at all. I simply overvolted the North bridge a bit, added, what is it, a 0.60 millivolts to the CPU itself. This is nothing, really. Termination voltage again, 40 millivolts. However, it will shut down itself on the test if I go from here to here, as you guys could see. This is stable. This will cause a shutdown. I mean, what? This motherboard, I should say, can go up to 150, 170, 2 volts, 2.3 volts, 2.3. This will melt the VRM. I mean, come on, guys, give me something here. Why it's doing this? Well, this is an old motherboard. Yes, I know and I understand that. However, this should not happen. At least not at the 1.4 volts that I'm putting through the VRM at the shutdown level. Oh, this is crazy. Why? And I think I got idea why. It's because the thermal pads underneath the heat sinks for the VRM are bogus or don't have the contact necessary to to take the heat from the MOSFETs. And when MOSFETs overheat, it goes to the signal goes to PWM controller to shut the whole thing off. Well, I tried to correct this issue by removing the thermal pads and exchanging them. I will do a follow-up video if it works. If it doesn't, well, you know, it didn't work. So thank you for your time. I hope this was enjoyable for you, and see you next time.